Yeah, you're reading the question. Why are you doing this? For subscribers? For
No,
something
people-
for something that'll get you somewhere? Why are you actually asking these questions?
Because
You're hitting all the topics, but do you actually give a shit?
I have an opinion on them, yeah.
Alright.
I'm just curious to know how people in West Virginia feel about it.
I learned right away West Virginians are very opinionated and very sensitive about politics. I was asking that not very bright guy questions about West Virginia, and he didn't have any good answers for anything, and he got frustrated. So he poured his yoo-hoo on me. If that ain't West Virginia, then I don't know what is. Jesus. That would be the last time I tried to have a conversation about politics with a drunk West Virginia redneck. And I had only been in this state one day. Up to this point, I had some really uncomfortable conversations with people here in the great beyond. I thought maybe since I was in the smartest place in West Virginia, I'd find smarter people to talk to. Eventually, I did meet intelligent people who had big world thoughts. And yes, they're aware of what you and I probably think about them. This is not your normal West Virginia, people. We're in Morgantown, home to West Virginia University. It's by far the most liberal place in the state. You could actually draw a circle for 500 miles and not find a higher concentration of Democrats. People in Morgantown take pride in being different than the rest of West Virginia. The liberals here will tell you, we're educated and a lot of us have good jobs. We have some big world aspirations. We're not dumb, chew-spitting, inbred hicks. I know, that's the stereotype of this state. I'm here because I wanted to see what it was like and talk to some of the people who live here in this mysterious, rare, liberal land. This was day 3 on my great Appalachian adventure and the first stop in West Virginia. It's the only state that's completely in the Appalachian region. We're going to spend the next 4 stops here in the Mountain State. There's plenty of time to see poverty and rundown and the effects of drugs. But we're going to begin in a different type of place. I think. How do you feel about the way the U.S. is headed right now?
I have mixed emotions about it. I feel like some things are going in the right way, but some things aren't. Yeah.
What's going the right way?
I don't know. I can't think of it right now.
What's going the wrong way?
I don't know.
Lots of big ideas are coming out of here, I tell ya. It's early February and we're at the University of West Virginia. It looks much different here in the summer, but there's no kids here in the summer, and that means it's not as liberal then. It's a pretty big campus for this region. There's 30,000 students here. A lot of the kids are from nearby states like Pennsylvania and Ohio, but half of them are from here in West Virginia. West Virginia doesn't have a lot of big cities. If you live in a place with more than 25,000 folks, that's considered big here. I'm going to assume that a lot of the in-state students come from a one-bar, no-stoplight town. Joe Manchin, the combative Democrat state senator, he's from West Virginia, and he went to college here in Morgantown. There's more college students here at WVU than the rest of the state combined. And as you probably know, college kids are very liberal. Partying, drinking, TikTok, dating apps, protesting everything. But this might be the most conservative state of all. 75% of the population is conservative or moderate, and only 16% of the state votes Democrat. But here in Morgantown, half the population's liberal. For West Virginia, that's a lot. I talked to students on campus and people downtown. It was all very interesting. But I don't know if very many people here have a solid answer about anything. It was all very confusing. First, I began my 2 days here, just driving around to see what the most liberal place in West Virginia looks like, so as to really try to understand it. What's Morgantown like? Does it feel very different from the rest of the state? Kinda, and kinda not. For one, a lot of Morgantown's pretty beat up. Now, I know we're in West Virginia and all, so you have to assume everything's going to be older and just look like it's behind the times. Just outside of campus and into some of the surrounding neighborhoods, it gets kind of bleak. This is a place called Osage. It's a little hood 10 minutes from campus. Lots of stuff is left, as you can see.
What is going on here?
Much of the outskirts of Morgantown are very poor. Technically, Morgantown ranks as the 25th richest city in a very poor state. I'm sure these people don't like the liberal stuff going on down the road. Those damn college kids don't know Jesus and probably never get their hands dirty their entire lives. I'm sure they're thinking, go on and get your fancy degrees and then leave us all behind, why don't you? I'd also bet these people probably don't like the fact that they covered up the old coal mine in town with this big fancy new university building. That's a way to erase your blue collar roots, huh? Here's an example of the political divide in Morgantown. One politician here supported Black Lives Matter, and now she has to wear a bulletproof vest when she leaves the house. My God. Even though she supports disability and money for the poor and seniors and helping the drug addicted, which is basically the entire population on this side of town. Morgantown's getting more liberal too. 6 years ago, this county voted for Trump by 10 points. In the last election, he barely squeaked it out. Uh-oh, West Virginia. You don't want that. They're going to take away your guns one day, damn it. And start talking about gays in church. Can't have that. I have to say, this is definitely one of the most unique college towns I've ever seen. They're usually surrounded by upscale neighborhoods. Except USC. That place is a crap hole of Los Angeles. You don't wander off campus at USC, I'll tell you that. There's some nice neighborhoods all over Morgantown, where you could say the area's liberal elites live. This is what that looks like. Driving around here, you might see Black Lives Matter and pro-gay signs in yards. I think this is one of the few places in this state where you'll see that, but it's also this part of town that feels the most safe and welcoming, too. Interesting. Downtown Morgantown is kind of fun if you like bad food and dive bars. This is the main drag in town, a road they call High Street. It's connected to campus. I have to say, the whole downtown area feels super shady and unpredictable. It kind of feels like anger and desperation in the air. Maybe it's the gloom this time of year that makes it worse, like it traps the bad energy in. But it's definitely not relaxing in downtown. Not a fan, I'm not gonna lie. But it's still better than just about every other place I've been to in West Virginia. It definitely feels way more progressive here than the rest of the state. This is all very unique for West Virginia. You know, good hospitals in town, libraries, artsy stuff. It isn't dying here, and that's unique for the state. The population and job numbers are way up in Morgantown, and the rest of the state, it's all way down. Looking around downtown, you see signs of liberal on every block. Weed isn't legal here. I don't know if it'll ever be, but they have recreational pot at least. All over downtown Morgantown are places to sign up and get your green card. For those who can't get recreational weed, Morgantown has you covered. There are fake weed shops all over town. They call it Delta 8. Good for you guys. Tattoos. Is that liberal? I think so. Older conservatives will say, you can't deface your body. Only Jesus can do that. I think that's what they say. Zoinks. Talking about gay stuff at church. I ain't checked out every nook and cranny in this state yet, but I'm going to guess that isn't very common in West Virginia. Starbucks. There's only like 20 Starbucks in this whole state, and 11 of them are here in Morgantown. Yes, you read that map right. I heard there's only $1 for every 73,400 West Virginians. But for some reason, the lines aren't long though. Guess them West Virginians like their U-Ban and Sanka, the way coffee was supposed to be drank. Here's a guy in a dress. I'm pretty sure this is the only place in the state where you'd see that. And where else in West Virginia would you see a gay pride bench? Huh, everyone? Some people like to drive around and kind of rub their views in people's faces. Take that, libs. I think that kind of went with what I saw on the way into town. Verify the media before you believe them. I don't know if that's political or just common sense, but that was here. So I was walking around looking for signs of Democrats, and I came across Vacelli Pizza. Now, if you know anything about West Virginia, their favorite thing to do is eat pepperoni rolls. It's a small baked mini pizza kind of thing rolled into a bun. I have to say, they are good. I'd probably eat them every week if I lived here.
I think that you're assuming that tattoos and pot are things liberals like. I know a lot of conservatives that have tattoos and take drugs.
You're probably right, Mappy. There's a lot of conservatives who are gay, too. I think the point is, there's just not a lot of these things in West Virginia.
According to the census, 4% of West Virginians are gay. That's just about average for all states.
Okay, Mappy. Thanks, Mappy. Bye, Mappy.
Hey!
Ruining my damn video again, damn it. And of course, there's kind of a homeless problem here. You see that everywhere in this country now. On just about every block of downtown, somebody's staked a claim. Here in Morgantown, they think there's maybe 200 folks on the streets. It's just really cold, so it's not fun to not have a home in this part of the country. The kids over at campus, they don't like this. Ew, crackheads. They're uncomfortable to be around and have to see. They piss on the street. I wish they'd leave town. Okay. It's nothing like Berkeley, though. There's bums on campus there. It's kind of cool to be a bum in Berkeley. It's kind of a thing to say that, yeah, there's way more homeless people in liberal cities, but in reality, most big cities are liberal. I'm sure you're wondering, are drugs bad here? Yes. It's West Virginia. Come on now. The state has the highest drug use in the country. It's no different here than the rest of the state. Except I'd say looking around Morgantown, more people here are just functional addicts. Drugs is the thing we're going to be talking about a lot on this trip, especially when we get to the really poor areas in the southern part of the state in a week. We should go back to the conversation I had earlier. This guy was looking for trouble when we crossed paths at a bar in town. I asked him if I could record our conversation. He agreed. But then he couldn't answer anything, so I tried to get him to talk about anything intelligent.
How do you feel about Trump?
About it.
How do you feel about the state of West Virginia?
Why don't you ask me something that actually matters?
Later, after he threw the yoo-hoo can, somebody said, "That's what you get when you talk to a redneck with a fake Marine patch, a knife, and a guitar." I guess, West Virginia. I'm always learning new rules. And then there's Coy. I met him on Craigslist. He's a former drug addict who got clean when the university gave him Suboxone. He's been in Morgantown his entire life, and he's also a coal miner. How do West Virginians feel the country is going? How do you feel the country's going?
How do I feel the country's going? you better get it straight. You better straighten up. That's how I feel about it.
You
keep it tight, you keep it right. You look at any West Virginian, I'm sure they're keeping it tight.
I hear the West Virginians aren't as red as people think. They're not as hardcore conservative.
They're not as conservative as people think. No, they're very liberal-minded. I mean, mountaineers are always free.
So why do they vote so hard red if they're liberal-minded? That's the question.
Because they want to keep their guns. They want hard red, but they also want the right to protect themselves or kill deer at the same sense and harvest from their land.
Mm-hmm. There were some people here who had some sensible opinions on things. These two were the only ones I talked to who had an intelligent opinion. And I talked to a lot of people.
I wish things were cheaper. I wish gas was cheaper. And I know you can't get both. That's the thing. It's like, it's 1 and 1, but I think honestly, I was just talking to my girlfriend about this. We're only 1/3 of the vote, and your vote to me doesn't matter. Like being a veteran, like thinking about that shit, like none of that shit actually fucking matters. We don't make that decision.
No,
we are here, and whoever tells you the best lies is gonna get voted in.
But campus, that's where the real Democrats thrive. This is why Morgantown is far different than any other place in the state. Most of West Virginia is about Jesus and coal and meat and commercial farming. I mean, just outside of Morgantown, there's an old abandoned coal mine, a sign of the state's inability to diversify. But the kids don't care about that stuff so much. They don't care about Jesus, and anything that harms the environment is bad. That goes for energy production, unless it's solar, and organic-only farming, please. But even though they care about the environment and pollution, clearly they don't even care about cleaning up their own campus. What a mess. One thing I liked about campus is this unique train system. They have these little train cars that take students all over campus for free. That's a great way to cut down on pollution. It's pretty fun riding these trains around, I have to say. Way to be a good example for everybody, West Virginia University students. The day I was here, I walked around campus and just struck up a conversation with random students. I was like, I'm curious how you view the country and the state, because a lot of West Virginia is not like you. I have to say, I was pretty disappointed with the answers I got. How do you feel about the way that the United States is being run right now?
Not too sure. I mean, could be better, could be worse.
You can look at me.
Yeah. Could be better, could be worse. Not too sure.
Okay. What's good about the United States?
Freedom. I don't know. That's about it.
What's bad?
I don't even know, to be honest.
How do you feel about the country's direction right now?
I feel like it's going in a negative direction. I mean, eggs are like $20 a carton right now, so like it's kind of everything's going downhill, it feels like.
Mm-hmm. So eggs is the only reason?
No, that's not the only reason, but that's a big reason right now, because like I like eggs, so I don't like to pay like an arm and a leg for a little carton of eggs.
Yeah. How do you feel about like the future of the country?
I feel like we have a not so good future. Just everything seems to be spiraling downwards. Politics, just sports, like everything seems to be going badly. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's good about the country? What do you like? I mean, what are you happy about?
I don't really know. I mean, I feel like people are starting to come together a little bit more, like trying to like stop like racism and all that, but like still negative direction.
Like just like I agree with you with jobs and stuff. Like people, more progressive jobs need to be made. Like so like we can move forward, not backward, or stay right in place. Because that's where we are right now. We're staying in the same place because nothing's getting done.
I think it could be better. I don't think I like the way that it's going right now with the political atmosphere. I think it's too divided, too much tension going around in it. But I think overall we could get through it. I think we will eventually.
How do you feel about the way the country's going right now?
I think we're trending in a negative direction. There's just a lot of hate in the world. The economy's down. It's just not looking too good for us right now.
What do we need to do to change things?
I think we need to start coming together, stop putting little issues and make them bigger. We need to put the bigger issues first, come together. That's what we have to do.
Mm-hmm. Did coming to college change your views about the country at all?
Yeah, for sure. This school is super diverse, and the school I came from, that area wasn't nearly anything like this. I see people I've never seen before. I meet new people every day who come from different walks of life, and it puts everything into perspective.
Yeah. The state has a huge problem with people leaving. They graduate and they get the hell out of here. What do you think about the future of the state? Like, what are they going to do if all you guys get educated and bone out?
I think they probably just have to come up with a way to, maybe create jobs that'll make people want to stay, or create something that wants people that are going to make people stay in West Virginia. I think that's ultimately what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what's wrong with the country, and then what's right with the country.
I think we don't know how to get along with each other. And I think that people want to get along, but people just are so caught up on their own ideals that they don't want to listen to other people. So
maybe these kids have things figured out, but they certainly can't express it yet. Nice people, though. I'll tell you this, I don't think the locals get it. I wonder if a lot of old-timers here think the way they think is bad. They're up here getting an education and all. But for a lot of these kids, they're the first ones in their family to go off to college. Good for them. Morgantown, West Virginia is one of the oddest college towns I've ever visited. The weird vibes and the abandonment and the poverty, not like most university metro areas I've ever seen. But I kind of like Morgantown, I guess. It's fairly pleasant in a West Virginia, Appalachia kind of way. Seems like a lot of people in town care about the way the place is run, and it's certainly cheap, and it's not overrun with all the big city problems. That's good. I have to say, I came here with a skeptical view of how the liberals in this town would be. Even though the students here didn't wow me at all, I think they're the only sensible people here. Liberals seem to care about preserving things and making them cleaner and better and more efficient and making sure everyone's taken care of. I wonder how much worse Morgantown would be if it wasn't run by Democrats. How do you feel about Trump?
I mean, he fucked a lot of shit up, but he also did a lot of good shit. So, I mean, having someone that's not part of the fucking uniparty sort of machine was a good thing.
So you don't like Joe Biden?
Fuck no. That motherfucker's been in goddamn office for how many years now? How many decades? No, he's getting money from China. He's getting money from Ukraine. Everybody knows it. Let's be honest about it. Is he going to ever get held accountable for it? Probably not. That's just the uniparty system, man. But the guy's a fucking he's out to lunch. He's definitely got Alzheimer's. He's fucking out to lunch, and he's not running it. You do what you do, as long as you don't fuck with other people and their rights, then you're entitled to believe whatever you want. But the second you fuck with my rights, then we have issues.
How do you feel about Morgantown in general? What's good and what's bad about Morgantown?
I'd say it's good, like the diversity, like I mentioned before. We have like a really passionate fan base, like people really like the university. I don't really like how the city's treated the homeless people. I'd say that's definitely an issue. There's like the drug problems here, obviously, but I think there's a community, especially the people that are from here, really care about the city, so that's always nice to see. In Morgantown, I haven't really felt like it's a negative, like a racist, conservative place. I felt like it's overall been pretty accepting and stuff like that, at least from what I've seen. But
what's good about the country?
I think our morals in most places are right, and we have the right like concrete foundation of it. We just don't act upon it right, and I think we're a little corrupt, which doesn't help at all.
What's bad?
The corruptness and the inequality and inequity of everything. I just think we say we're fair, but I don't think we are in most ways.
How has college changed your perspective on the country at all, if it has?
I mean, I haven't been here too long yet, so I don't know if it really has. I think I've gotten into politics a little bit more, but that's like it.
But in West Virginia, like, we treat people the way that we want to be treated. And and if you come at me wrong, then
you come at me wrong, I'm gonna kick your ass. But if you're a good person,
I don't give a fuck.
I'll give you a fucking meal. I'll give you a beer. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. We don't care about that shit. West Virginians are very.
They're mountain hippies, man. Like they're mountain hippies that want what they want. They want to have their gas prices low. They want to have their food low.
I think we're just libertarians.
I think we're libertarians. I don't think we're red. I think they're more acceptive of like. I think as West Virginia, because I grew up here, left to go to the military and came back, and the acceptance that I saw in California actually kind of translates over here. There's a good acceptance of like people and everything, but if you're a shit person. You're a shit person.
You're gonna get called out for it.
Exactly.
Like, you're gonna be held accountable for your fucking actions here.
So they're not as hard red Trump tards as people think.
I don't think so. I think a lot of people wanted what they wanted, and they wanted their prices low here, and they didn't want to see city prices. Because in West Virginia, we don't have those city prices. Like, we don't have city gas prices. We don't want even eggs here. My girlfriend lives in Pittsburgh. Eggs are still cheaper here than anywhere else. But at the same time, we still have filthy effects, and I think a lot of people here, they don't give a fuck about that. They're gonna get chickens. They're gonna get a pig. They're gonna do what they need to do to survive, and that's a West Virginia mindset.
West Virginia has a history of being raped by outside forces. With the coal mines and everything like that, we've been exploited for our natural resources for hundreds of fucking years. Yeah,
and then shit on for our people.
That's the one thing. You can go anywhere. It's always okay to talk shit. Oh, fucking hillbillies, fucking rednecks,
causing fucking
like we're the assholes, and like you can be as demeaning as fuck to mountain people from West Virginia, people from the rural South, and everything. That's the one last group that is publicly acceptable on national television to fucking talk shit about.
But
and we're the working class.
And we're
like
not,
they talk about, oh, we're for the work.
So it seems like you guys have like kind of chip on your shoulders, like you're not getting the respect that you deserve.
I think that we've been shit on a lot whenever other states could actually take the blunt force. Like you look
West
at
Virginia has more military veterans than the vast, like per capita, than any other fucking state. Especially when it goes back to like Vietnam and shit like that. It's like, we go, we fight, we do it. And then you shit on us because we're fucking, we're white fucking hillbilly piece of shit. You think we're all fucking like evangelical Republican fucking, no, we're not. It's not that way at all.
I think that like New Hampshire getting a good rap of like live free or die hard. We also live free or die hard.
This was a stop. This was a frontier stop. It was a trading town. They traded furs and tomahawks, and they were Indians here. Crazy things happened here. It was a big thing. And then the university happened. And then it got liberal. And then now I like to think about the future, more or less where we're at now, because Morgantown is cutting edge to me.
Is that good? I mean, so that's why you're here?
As far as West Virginia goes, yeah. This is where it's at. Because of the university and the education and smart people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
West Virginians are open-minded. Christian. Are they part of the whole Bible Belt of Tennessee and Kentucky? Maybe not. You don't see the biggest churches, the big 10,000 people to a church and things like that here. But you see small groups of churches and small churches with happy people. So I just let the church people be happy with churches.
Mm-hmm. If you were going to sum up West Virginia in one sentence, what would it be?
West Virginia in one sentence? Boy, I could come up with a lot of fun words for that, but smart people. Period.
Are you looking to move and need advice? I do consulting. That's right. I'll sit down and talk about where the next perfect place for you and your family should be. I do it all the time. Together, let's find you a new home that's safe and checks all your boxes. And I can also help you find your new house too. Email me and I'll work with you on not just helping you figure out where to move, but I can help you find your perfect home too. That's right. I know awesome, reliable agents all over the country, and I'd love to connect you to somebody who can help you search for that perfect home. Hey guys, if you learned something new about America or what it's like to live in America, great. You should think about subscribing and turning on your notifications. You can also click one of these videos or playlists for more.
This is Sage, Nick's manager. This has been a Corner House Entertainment production.